Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I took a look back at the Megabasing series, just kind of sneaking in and watching the episode where we built the petroleum area, and it was interesting. It was not as I remembered. There were actually we actually did less refineries. I think there were like was it 16 and 6, so 22 refineries is what I think we ended up with. Which was less than I remembered. But you know, it's fine. The thing we did differently there is we didn't all have it all in one big giant thing. It was broken up into multiple. We had a dedicated area for the rocket fuel, and we had a dedicated area for like the plastic and everything else. And I just wanted to come up here up at modules and just check how things were going. It looks like it's going pretty well. We're filling up our train cars here very quickly, and we have a pretty good little stockpile here of modules going as well. We were having a problem with coal, and I'd actually fixed this before. I was going to hook in the bottom, but it turned out I could fix it just by rerunning these lines a little bit more smoothly. So that's all working again. Getting petroleum, I mean, is that all looking good here? Yeah. We are getting plastic and everything like that still being made. Yeah, looks like we've got excessive amounts of plastic. Very nice. I'm sure there's probably some bottlenecks here if we were to check it out, because we shouldn't have all this stuff here. We did have a big excess amount of green chips. I'm imagining it's probably blue circuits is what the bottleneck is. Seems like it always is. Yeah, it almost looks like it's actually bottlenecked on the greens. Why aren't you making? You're making because you're low on copper. Oh, well that's an obvious bottleneck, isn't it? All right, yeah, I noticed we do have a little bit of a problem. I went around, this was actually before the last episode started, and I cleaned up some things, like cleaned up the rest of the wall, laid out some more solar panels and things like that. But yeah, no, this is the problem right here. We've got copper here. The problem is that we've got every train, all of our copper trains are currently tied to that single copper. Boy, it seems like such a shame to open up another copper mine somewhere whenever we've got this copper right here, but it may be something that we look into. I'm not sure I want to snatch some of this stuff to move it over there just yet, but something to think about. Okay, yeah, I wanted to grab some modules and send that guy back just to fill in some of this stuff as we go. And I also want to just kind of look at some designs, setups you may want to do for things like plastic and fuel making. So we'll do that right after we roll the intro. All right, getting some of this trash cleaned out here. Not modules. Dirt or rock and wood. Very nice. We've got a very full inventory, but we'll probably get rid of some of that here very soon. Okay, we're gonna need plastic, and from what I remember in the last series, we can use 3 of these machines right here to get a full line of plastic. Or very close to a full line of plastic. Okay, petroleum, you're going to be coming in from the top. Okay, and we're also going to have a line of coal coming in from the top. And yeah, I guess stack inserters. That will certainly work. All right, and then beacons. Like that. And let's see, 1, 2, and another row of beacons just like that. Go ahead and get productivity modules in, you guys. And might as well do the speeds on the outside. Yeah, the big thing for me I've noticed in this series is that this even distribution mod is something I installed in the very, very first episode. And I installed it thinking that it would only be useful for like the first episode, but I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I take back just about everything I ever said, doubting it, from my first couple of playthroughs. I'm sorry. I admit that I was wrong. I've used that mod for a lot of things, and I really enjoy it. Okay, so if I recall correctly, we can produce a blue belt from these 3 machines. The problem is getting it out onto the belt in such a way that it actually works. So I think what we want to do is get a couple of stack inserters on this one that just feeds the inside of the belt. And then we have a couple stack inserters here that feed the outside of the belt. And then on this one, we have a couple of stack inserters that feed the outside and the inside. And then at the end of the day, I think that ends up evening out. We'll have to run it to be sure, but I think that works. Put that there. Put that there. Oh, there. And there. Is that all powered up? Yep. Okay. So I think that works. And then we're going to need 18 of those, I believe. Yeah. 18 of those all day long. Okay. So I think that'll be our plastic setup. We'll need basically six of those setups. And that should work. They should be able to stack going side by side. It's not going to go there. This is just us planning it out here. And then we're going to need one for fuel. And in the last series, I just did kind of a line like this. I want to try something a little different. If we do like this. And then we do that. That gets both sides. All right, and you'll make solid fuel. You'll make solid fuel. And then we do, let's see, pipe. Something like that. And I think the fast inserters are going to be enough for that. We just send these guys out. Oh, well, let's run the belt first. You're going to come down like this. You'll put out on that belt. And you'll come down like this, and you'll come out on that belt. Okay. That is going to go down, and then at the very bottom, we'll combine both of those together, and I think that should work. And yeah, all we have to do is let's go ahead and module these so that gets in the prints correctly. And let's take 2 of you. Oh, yeah. Even distribution. My favorite thing now. All right, let's see. Can we do that? That. Just do that pattern all around. And will that power stuff? I think it will. All right, let's see. That is going to be 4. That is going to be 8. That is going to be 12. And I think that is what we want for a stack of those. Then we'll just have to get, we'll get a rogue power pole up there. One there, one right there. And then you guys are going to come together and be the output line. We don't need those two right there. All right, that is our input. All right, so we need basically 3 rows of these and 6 rows of those. And yeah, that works, I believe. All right, and how many lines of plastic do we need coming out? Um, 6.8. Is that gonna work? All right, let's start with you. And let's start this. We're on this side, I guess. One, 2, 3. And I guess 4? Huh. I'm wondering, the math's not working out on this in my head. It says we need 18.2 technically. So that's 6 of these. Each one of these can produce 1 blue belt. Huh. All right, so basically 3 of these machines must be more than capable of producing a belt. Huh. Well, if that's the case, that's going to be something else entirely. Well, I tell you what, we'll start out with this many, because this is the amount that we have. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to leave 1 in the middle. If we need to make this up somehow. And then we can just copy this and flip it. Put it right there. And, yeah, we'll just have to figure that out, I guess. All right, so we're going to have some pole belts coming down. It says we need 4.1. I'm going to go ahead and make it just an even 6. I think that's what we ended up doing last time. And we're going to have 8 belts, so this should be just fine. And if we need the extra setup, we can go ahead and throw the extra setup down there. That'll be just fine. There may be something we can do. If it turns out to be more than 1 belt, we may be able to do something here to get some excess and get that in the middle somehow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But these are going to be our 7 lines of plastic coming out somehow, some way. All right. And then let's make that a blueprint. Get rid of that. And we need 3 rows of these guys. And I'm going to give it a little bit of space just to have some. I'm going to modify that blueprint to get rid of this rogue power pole. Start it right about... here. Yeah, here. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see if our building train is back. It should be. I should have a lot of good garbage to give it. Okay, and we wanted... What did we want? Let's get rid of these miners, too. Ah, beacons. Ah, should have grabbed pipe, too. All right, and looks like we're low on chemical plants as well. But that's okay. That is going to come out like this. This is going to be... Oh, we don't have any pipe either. All right, let's head back to base real quick and do a resupply on several things. What are you guys missing? Oh, just speed modules. Speed modules as well as beacons. Okay, are you my robots? If you're my robots, hop in. All right, let's get back to base. Remote control helicopter mod, go to the landing spot. I really like this mod too. Although sometimes he drives a little bit erratically, and sometimes he completely overshoots the landing pad, but he makes it eventually. Good job, helicopter. All right, let's supply up on some extra things that we need. Let's grab all that pipe. I think I have some pipe in here too. Oh, no, maybe we burned through that pipe already. Ooh, some of these. Yeah, we're gonna need those. We got some beacons here. Wow, that was a lot of beacons. Beacons. I swear I saw some pipe in here. Oh, wow, we got a lot of beacons in here. Yeah, I don't think we need that many beacons. Wow, no more pipe, huh? Well, we'll probably have some up here in the building train. Yeah, right here. Let's go and grab those. Then we'll have the pipe that's already in here. All that will be in our inventory. And we can even handcraft some if we need to. All right, let's swing by the module place real quick, and we'll get all this stuff placed. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of mathsies on the whole plastic situation and see why those numbers aren't working out in my mind. I think probably the most logical explanation is that I completely don't understand how much 3 of those factories is able to produce. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and grab just a couple more stacks of productivity modules, just because. If that's the case, we're going to have to set up a little bit different setup there, I believe, for that to work. Another thing I'm thinking is I didn't have this space, and that space may be enough to offset everything, and make it to where just with the beacon coverage that it's not covering everything correctly. Oh, I didn't get chemical plants. That was one of the reasons why I went over there. But okay, but everything looks good and powered up. I don't have chemical plants as part of the building train. I don't think I do in this series. I probably thought about it and said, yeah, that would be a good idea. You know what I needed to do is I need to take out the electric furnaces and replace those with chemical plants. Actually, I don't think it would matter because we're only using those for this particular setup. Once we get this set up, we're probably not going to be using any chemical plants anymore. So that is kind of a null and void idea. All right, well, we got everything built there, with the exception of chemical plants. So I'm going to run back to main base again and grab some of those. And then probably run some of the pipe logistics down there. And then I'll see you in the next episode where, I guess it's just rocket fuel. Rocket fuel and sulfuric acid are the 2 things we need to do. All right. Well, thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a good one.